You are now listening to The Sports Nuts.
All right, and good afternoon, and welcome to another edition of the Wrestletalk show. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ralph Williams. I am the host of Wrestletalk and all shows on RW Media Productions. And yeah, what do you want to talk about? And let me talk to you. We're here today on Wrestletalk along with my co-host Smkin Frazier by way of the phone. And we're having some, Facebook is having a couple technical issues with some of our pages, but be patient. They're fixing it right now. They had trouble with all three of my Facebook pages here that I have the broadcast on, but now they got two. They're in the process of working on the third to get that back or get this in place here. We're also live on the Sports Nuts Network on YouTube and Facebook, and we're live on Ralph Williams RW Media Productions on our YouTube channel. We're on we're back on Twitch. We're on Kick, and we're also on Twitter X as well. And so I also want to thank all those out there, KFC Radio 95.5 FM and the TigerNation.live for having us as well on their show or on their radio network and across the pond, all the way across the country and around the world. We have several stations. Also, don't forget next week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I will be on the Sports Nuts Network filling in for Brandon Keeler through the entire week. All three shows next week. Brandon's getting some medical situations taken care of, and I will be filling in for him next week. I want to thank him for letting me do that, and also thank him for letting us put RW Media Production shows on the Sports Nuts Network. And also, I want to thank everybody for who's tuning in today, and your comments are welcome as well. We got a lot to talk about WWE. I've got some information for you that I'm going to be bringing up some audio on. We got a lot to talk about. I mean, we really do. Raw last night was very, very interesting as well. So we're going to find out what's going on. The looks like the division's about to go boom. And, we'll see what happens here as Austin Theory and Logan Paul are trying to hold down the fort. And I got some details about Logan Paul, who wants to fight a former or a current NFL player in the boxing rink. But wait to hear this report. I have that audio coming up for you as well. Smkin Frazier, how are you today, Smkin? How's everything? You there, Smkin, or did I lose you? Smkin. Oh, well, I don't know what happened to him, but we'll get him. Oh, he'll be back with us in a minute, I guess. All right, here we go. We have
Hey, sorry about that, bro.
Oh, how you doing, Smkin? Welcome to the show.
Thank you, sir. That's my most favorite thing to do all week.
All right. Jam is Jam 5578 says hello. How are you? And also we have Brittany Busey. What is UFC? UFC is United Fight. UFC is that MMA fighting. They have their own. They have two. They have MMA, and they also have UFC fighting as well. They fight in the octagon, and we don't cover that here. But my friend, a friend of mine, does. Check out his network as well. So he covers that. Check out all RW Media Production shows as well. But I don't cover UFC, but I know exactly what you're talking about. UFC is also owned by the same company who owns WWE. So I just want to let everyone know that as well. All right. Smkin, let's get started here. Last night's Raw was very, very interesting. CM Punk got confronted by the Usos, and some words were said. Some things were what they are. What were your thoughts on this confrontation last night?
Go ahead and kick it off, Ralph. Now I want to hear your comments, brother.
I think the Usos had the right to confront CM Punk. He talked about their uncle, which happens to be Samoa Sika, who happens to be Roman Reigns' father. And I don't blame them for being angry. I would be angry as well. And I wouldn't be surprised if CM Punk hears from Jacob Fatu as well, because that's his uncle as well. And so they're all part of the same family. And I'm going to say this. I would not be surprised and I'm going to predict this, Smkin Jim, that The Rock gets involved in this match with CM Punk and Roman Reigns. The reason I say this is because the final boss always does something at WrestleMania. Most of the time, it's to Cody Rhodes. I think he's going to leave Cody alone this year, let Cody fight Randy Orton. I think he's going to try to focus on CM Punk because that's Rock's family as well. And, one thing you never do is talk about somebody's family. That's fighting words right there. And when he made that mention, that really got to me a little bit about CM Punk saying that. And I get what he's trying to do because Roman Reigns has disrespected him for a long time, but you don't bring family into this, especially that family, the Okoyes and all that, that whole tree there. You never talk about those folks because they're about to, they'll put you in the grave. I mean, they really will if they could. All right. But Smkin Jim, go ahead.
No, I can't add anything, man. You said it exactly the way I was viewing it as well.
Yeah. I mean, you just can't, you don't talk about family like that. That's something you don't do. All right. There are 4 things in my life you don't mess with. You don't mess with my time. You don't mess with my money. You don't mess with my family, and you don't mess with my friends. You do that, then you and me, we have a problem. All right. And but see, again, family is somebody you don't mess with in anybody's life, whether you hate them or not, whether they insulted you enough or not, you don't mess with them. You don't talk about somebody's mother like that because that's somebody's mother, whether you don't like the person or not. I've had enemies in my life, but I've never said anything bad about their mother or their father or anybody like that. You understand what I'm saying? And that is something that CM Punk, he crossed the line. And especially when he said, I'm going to bury you next to your father. I mean, come on now. That CM Punk was out of line. WWE, I think, probably let him know this. Okay. And I get I get CM Punk. He's being disrespected by Roman Reigns, and Roman has thrown a few things out there about his bracelet, about how Drew McIntyre took and broke his bracelet and about his dog and all, and all that stuff. I get that. And I get the fact that he was out of wrestling for 7 years. I get the fact that his wife, AJ Lee, was out for 10 years. And again, Roman Reigns, he stooped to a level too. But again, you don't talk about somebody's family to the in-depth that CM Punk did. That's something you just don't do. That's crossing the line. Smkin Jim, go ahead.
Again, I can't add anything to it, man. You laid it out, man. That's family. You don't do it. You don't cross those lines. And even though it's kind of funny, I'm going to bury you next to your dad. But like you said, man, you don't cross those kind of lines.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's somebody's dad.
UFC means Ultimate Fighting Champion, which I couldn't think of off the top of my head. I want to thank Pensman Sports for reminding me of that. Thank you, Pensman. I appreciate it. So. But anyway, as I mentioned, so let's get back into this real quick here. We're going to talk about Logan Paul here real quick. And Logan Paul, as you know, is part of the Vision. He is now full-time with the WWE. And obviously, he didn't look at his contract very well. And I'm going to tell you why. He opened up his big mouth like he always does and didn't and stuck his foot in it. And now he's in trouble with the WWE because the WWE is angry with him because he made a comment on social media about how he wants to fight some kind of a football player of some kind, okay? And he wants to whether it's a professional player or whether it's a professional player that's currently football player that's currently in the league or not in the league. Okay, so he wants to he wants to fight somebody like in a boxing fight. But what he failed to realize is that he didn't what he failed to realize was when you sign with the WWE full time, your life is theirs. Okay, you can't go and box. You can't go and play around with AEW. You can't go to the independent matches and events or anything like that. Everybody, all the way down to the cafeteria worker at the corporate office and the janitors, all have to be loyal to the WWE. All right, which means the cafeteria worker at the executive office in Connecticut can't go down the street and eat at the McDonald's. Okay, do you understand what I'm getting at here? All right, when you sign a contract with the WWE, you give your life away, and that's exactly what it is. Okay, and Logan Paul didn't read his contract. Logan Paul didn't pay attention, as Logan Paul doesn't do, because Logan Paul thinks that he's the man. And, you know, I've said this many times about Logan Paul. I'm not a fan of him or his brother. I don't like either one of them. I think they're overrated. I think a lot of people follow this clown because, I got to give him credit. He's built himself up a social media platform thing. And, now he's full-time with the WWE, but he opened his mouth and he thought he could get away with it. And that's not going to happen now. It's not going to happen at all, because now he has, as I said, broke the rules by making a comment saying that he wants to, again, fight a guy or an NFL player in some kind of a boxing match. I'm trying to find the report here, which I'm having trouble finding, but as soon as I do find it, I will get it up to you here, because WWE is not real happy about this. Go ahead, Smkin Jim, your thoughts on this Logan Paul thing.
Well, I don't know. I think there's ways around that. Brock Lesnar used to bounce back and forth between the WWE and the UFC.
Yeah, well, part-timers, I guess they don't have a problem with that, because, part-timers, I think they're the exception to the
Brock
rule.
was champ. He was champ of the WWE at times when he went to the UFC.
Yeah, Brock was, yeah.
Like I said, I think Logan Paul will have it in his contract that he can do it. Logan Paul's big time, man. I don't think the WWE want to lose such a talent.
All right, here's something here. This is from Up and Adams, from his Twitter X account. All right, Up and Adams show. He says, and I quote, "If Logan Paul wants a piece of me, I'm down to throw it down on the field." He said, "I will whoop his bleep." All right. And Gronk responds. This is Rob Gronkowski. Now, Gronk responds to Logan Paul calling him out. So there you go. This is Rob Gronkowski's X page, Smkin Jim, calling out Logan Paul. So,
wow.
All right. So
that'd be a money maker.
Oh, do you know how much money the TV people would make and advertisers on that? Oh my gosh. Wow. You know what? I think Gronkowski might even knock him out.
Or he would get knocked out.
Yeah, he might.
He would get knocked out.
That's true.
You don't want to mess with them Paul brothers, man.
Yeah, Jake got put in his place in the last match. So
don't make me laugh. Don't make me laugh.
Well, he did. The reality of it is he did.
You're right.
I'm just telling you the reality of it. So, All right, but I have a report here that I want to share with everybody. It's not looking good for Kevin Owens right now. His comeback attempt has been halted a couple times. He just had another surgery on his neck. He had some fusion surgery again, and that's hard to come back from. Randy Orton was out 18 months because of fusion surgery, and it looks like he probably is going to be out a little bit longer than he wants to be. So we're going to I'm going to get this report up here in just a second here. He might even. What
kind of neck did Broderick Jones have? I'm trying to think now. Did he have the same thing?
I don't know. He was supposed to have next fusion surgery as well, and if he has it, Steelers are going to be short. So we'll see what happens. All right, here's the report here about the in regards to. Hang on a minute. Let me get this going here real quick here. So hold on. Let me get this. Oh, wait a minute here. All right, never mind. I'm having some issues with the audio here. Forget that. But Kevin Owens, according to this report I read from a wrestling report, that he is not going to be back for a while. It could be a little while. He is not ready to come back, and it may be halted a little bit past WrestleMania a little bit more, and we'll find out. Smkin Jim, Seth Rollins got confronted last night by Adam Pearce. As you see, a bunch of the hooded men that were in those uniforms there were moving around and, driving Adam Pearce up the wall here. He had a conversation with them saying that he fears for him because he's not medically cleared to wrestle about getting hurt again by the Vision. Now, first of all, I don't know if Adam Pearce realizes or understands the two biggest weapons of the Vision, but Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed have both been taken out. They're both out. Braun Breaker's going to be out for a little while here. He's got this serious hernia problem. He had surgery. That takes a while to recover from sports hernias. That's not easy. Kenny Omega was out for a while with one. And so, it's going to be a little bit with him. And then you got Bronson Reed out with a pectoral injury. We all know what those are about. TJ Watt's had a few of them. So, and then Cody Rhodes actually wrestled with a pectoral injury. But his wasn't as bad as Bronson Reed. So with both of those guys out, Seth Rollins probably can take an advantage of the Vision unless Brock Lesnar gets involved. But we'll find out what's going on here. Your thoughts on this situation here with Seth Rollins?
Well, I tell you what, man, it's ingenious to what he did, because I don't know how many minions he got, wearing the black, man. We're estimating at least 5 or so, right? Or maybe more.
No, there was a whole lot more of them.
Oh yeah,
and there's speculation out there that 2 of them were the Usos.
Wow. So
because if you saw last night, if you watched Raw, Jimmy Uso come out dressed in one of those outfits, and it looked like he was part of that gang. So, which could be. I mean, I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't think he would, because Roman Reigns might have something to say about that, because, Roman and Seth Rollins don't get along, but they might be getting along now because their quest to take down the Vision and Paul Heyman. I mean, they might have to work with each other, because there's still rumors floating out there that CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns are going to team up to go up against the Vision, and possibly even anyone else, maybe an LA Knight or something, to try to take out the Vision. So we'll see what happens as we move along here with the WWE. But a lot going on last night. El Grande Americano, the real El Grande Americano, not the fake one, was supposed to fight last night for the Intercontinental belt against Penta. And it turns out that the fake one ended up fighting against him and still got beat. So I don't know what happened to the real one. I can just imagine, but anyway. Smkin Jim, I see for WrestleMania. Here's my prediction for WrestleMania. The real El Grande Americano versus the fake El Grande Americano. Loser has to take their mask off, and they will no longer be El Grande Americano. What do you think of that?
Well, what happened? Didn't one of them get their mask snatched off in the match, but they didn't show it?
No, the fake one did. That was about a week or 2 ago. The fake one did. Yeah.
No, it wasn't a fake one. Yeah. It was.
It was one of his co-hosts, Rio, or one of them.
Yeah. But they didn't show it. Who ripped it off?
I'm trying.
I forget who ripped it off.
Yeah,
because he can't. I think it was Gunther. Gunther did it.
Gunther did.
Yeah, Gunther did it. Yeah.
No, that was Dragon Lee. That was Dragon Lee. He was fighting Dragon Lee. He ripped his mask off.
But they didn't show a close up of it.
Right. Yeah. They covered his face up immediately. Yeah, that was Dragon Lee's mask he pulled off. So
he gave Gunther a good match, but the Gunther ended up putting him to sleep, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, and, I think personally, if you ask my opinion, I think Gunther's gonna be the one that fights Brock Lesnar in WrestleMania, because Brock Lesnar opened up a challenge for a match of WrestleMania. Is supposed to be on Raw next week to find out if anyone's going to fight him. I think it's going to be Gunther.
Gunther ain't fighting. Yeah. Gunther ain't fighting. Gunther's too smart. Gunther's too smart for that.
Well, Gunther's got a lot of guts, man. He's career killer. You know?
Yeah, guts is different
unless
from
he fights him,
brains.
unless he fights him at SummerSlam, because I heard SummerSlam is going to be Brock's last match in the WWE. He's done.
Guts is different from brains. I said Gunther is too smart.
Too smart, yeah.
I know he got the guts, but he's too smart to fight Gunther.
Yeah, sometimes there are guys out there that got more guts than brains. You're right. Yeah.
Gunther got the brains, man. He knows. Plus, he could never choke out Brock Lesnar.
Yeah,
so he'd be at a disadvantage.
Yeah, Brock will give him a match. I really
Brock would kill him. Brock would kill him.
Yeah.
He may get disqualified. He may lose on disqualification, but he'll kill him.
But my question is, who will fight Brock? Brock has an open challenge for WrestleMania, and I'm thinking it could be Obafemi, because I liked what he did to Rusev last night. I mean, he tore Rusev apart last night.
Ooh, didn't he?
Yeah, he tore Rusev apart last night, And, I thought when I saw that look on Rusev's face the week before when he said to Obafemi, you got big mouth for a rookie, and Obafemi didn't take that too good. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, and I saw him dominate Rusev last night. I said, you know what? If he fights Brock, Brock's in trouble. I mean, I really believe that. This guy is just domination unlimited. But we all know Brock can come through. You know what I mean? And this might be a retirement match at SummerSlam that Brock will not lose like John Cena did, or and AJ Styles and all that. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens. And I think if Brock retires, I think he'll go into the Hall of Fame next year, not this year, next year. So, but anyway, Smkin Jim, your thoughts. Demolition added to the Hall of Fame list. What are your thoughts on Demolition?
I tell you what, man, what a great career, man. Man, the WWE, man, they do the Hall of Fame as good as anybody, man. They recognize these people, the fans, and give them their flowers, usually while they're still living, man. So, I'm happy for those guys.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Always happy to see whoever gets into the Hall of Fame. I don't know who the names are that are going to be added. I think they'll add a few more. I know they still owe Batista because they didn't have a Hall of Fame induction ceremony during COVID. So he didn't get inducted in, and neither did Rob Van Dam. So they owe, WWE owes both of them Hall of Fame time, and they owe them a ceremony and that kind of thing. So I think one of them or both of them could possibly get it this year. So we'll find out. We'll see where it goes from here. But right now it's Demolition, Stephanie McMahon, and AJ Styles. So we'll see where it goes from there as well. So, and we'll see if AJ moves on to TNA or goes somewhere. He is also in the TNA Hall of Fame, I believe, as well. So he has 2 Hall of Fame induction to his resume as well. So AJ Styles. Sad to see him go, but you know what? He said it was time. And wants to spend more time with his family. He got 4 or 5 kids. And I think it's time for him to step away and start showing up at the graduations and cheerleading and whatever else. So, that kind of thing. Like Mike Tomlin showing up at his daughter's events. So, Oh, by the way, Smkin Jim, I forgot to mention on the show, getting off topic a little bit and out of wrestling here. I have some friends that live near Mike Tomlin, and they drove by his house. There is not a for sale sign up yet. So I just want to let everyone know that, because a lot of people were asking me if Mike Tomlin was getting out of town. And I said, no, I don't know, but I'll find out. And I got word yesterday that Mike Tomlin is still in Pittsburgh. No for sale sign on his house. So as far as I know, that's what's going on with Mike Tomlin. So there you go. He's still in Pittsburgh.
Thanks for the update, buddy.
Yeah. Everybody thought he was going to hit the road like Bill Cowher did, and Chuck Noll. When Chuck Noll retired, him and his wife moved to Florida. When Bill Cowher left, they went to North Carolina, and then he got that job in New York with CBS, and he moved to New York. I watched the Football Life with Bill Cowher. I still watch that to this day, man. That's one of the better ones. Anything with the Steelers in it is better, especially when I see my friends at the Vento family there for Franco's Italian Army.
My man, my man,
yeah,
my
Franco's
man.
Italian Army. I hate to go off topic, but the current owners of Vento's Pizza, forget it. Don't even go there. It's not the original family. They sold it, and the owners that have it now forget about it. I'll tell you about it off camera. So,
is it still named after Ventos, or have they changed
the
name?
No, they bought the name and the brand, but it's not. I'll tell you off camera. I'm not going to do it here. All right. I'll tell you what happened with that. So, and I will give you a hint, though. The family's not very pleased. Okay, not very pleased about how L Jr. sold it. Not pleased at all. So I will tell you that much. I do know that. So
that was a popular place, man.
It was, and now the public in East Liberty is being deceived because it's not the original members of the Vento family. They bought the name, they bought the brand, okay, or they brought the recipes, they bought everything. My mom and Rhonda and I were coming out of church one day, and we decided to stop there. It said grand opening. In fact, I didn't know anything about it until I called Al Jr. And I said, "Hey, Al," I said, "what's going on?" "Oh, yeah, Ralph, I sold it and this, that, and whatever." And what I saw coming out with the pizza in her hand, I said, "This ain't going to work here. It's not." But and the pizza was not very good. So I don't know if they're still using the same brand or not, but it was not good at all. So it's going to be tough sledding, and they're deceiving people with the name and everything else. I'll tell you about it later. I'm not going to do it today. So, all right. So, but anyways, Smkin, Jim, let's get back to wrestling talk here. I don't want to talk more about pizza or nothing like that. How about Maxine Dupree last night jumping Natty in the back? Boy, I tell you what, I'd never seen her get so angry. Oh my gosh, she was tearing it up last night. And then Bailey. I thought Bailey had a good match, but, and she won. Lyra Valkyrie helped out. That was a good match last night with Bailey. So now Bailey will fight Becky Lynch not Becky Lynch. She will fight AJ Lee at WrestleMania for the Intercontinental Women's Championship. What do you think of that match? AJ Lee coming back from being off for 10 years versus a veteran like Bailey. And they've had some matches in their time, too, years ago. So go ahead.
Well, as much as I like Bailey, I think AJ Lee will win that one.
I want to know how long they're going to keep the super couple with the championships. CM Punk, you got Seth Rollins coming back. You got Roman Reigns challenging him at WrestleMania. Is Roman going to win? Or is Roman going to lose and go back to Hollywood? He's involved heavily in movies now. The Rock got him in, and he's been doing movies. So, and we all know about his health condition from that cancer he had. And you can tell when he used to get involved in long matches how worn down he looked, Roman Reigns. And I'm just wondering, at his age right now, I think he's approaching 40. I don't know how much longer he wants to wrestle. And if he's smart, he'll do what The Rock did and just work. And he's always been a part-time wrestler anyway. But anyhow, he'll stay part-time and just show up for certain novelty events like WrestleMania, SummerSlam, fight that one match and go. I think we're going to see more of that from Roman Reigns. I don't see him being full-time. And, TKO, they don't want part-time champions. They've already let that be known. And Logan Paul had to sign a full-time contract in order to be a champion if he wanted to be. They don't want part-time champions anymore. And so we'll see what happens there. As you see, Cody Rhodes has been fighting, will be fighting against Randy Orton at WrestleMania. That's going to be an interesting match. Two friends that have been friends for many years, were together for many years in the factions. And, their fathers were friends. So, but now you got to put friendship aside. This is about championships. And I think Randy Orton's trying to win a couple more before he retires. So I'd like to see maybe one more run with him or short run. We'll see. I don't see Cody getting another short run. But Drew McIntyre, oh, who's he going to blame now? Except himself. Smoking Jim, your thoughts on all this stuff? Go ahead.
Well, it's definitely, like I always say, a great time to be a wrestling fan, man. It's starting to heat up. It's exciting, and phew, and I tell you what, man, you can almost flip a coin on most of these matches, man. That's how close, it can really go either way.
Oh yeah, absolutely they can, absolutely. So they can go in different directions. We will find out what's going to happen. So hang on a second here. I got something here for you, Smoking Jim. Hold on. This is for football fans. Hold on. Breaking news about the Saints and Derek Carr, which I'll talk. We're not going to talk about it here. We'll talk about it maybe on the Sports Corner show, or we'll talk about it next week or Saturday on the Saturday Sports Show. Don't forget, tune into that as well. Saturday Sports Show this Saturday, part of the triple header of Ralph Williams Saturday, which we'll talk about right now, because we have some stuff to talk about tonight, but we don't have enough to fill an hour. Just a lot of stuff going on in WWE, different stuff happening, and just getting ready for WrestleMania. Some matches have already been put together. Oh, by the way, Smoking Jim, your thoughts on Dirty Dom losing to Penta, number one, and number two? How about Finn Balor getting kicked out of Judgment Day last night? What do you think about that?
Well, you predicted it was coming, but it was still surprising for me to see. But Dirty Dom will definitely bounce back and win a championship. But Finn Balor, he's too good of a wrestler. He's too good of a wrestler to stay down. So I'm sure he's making plans to compete again as a solo.
Okay, he has a match, Dirty Dom, at the next AAA event against one or both or whatever. I don't know which Grande Americano, but he does have a match with one of them. So that's coming up at the next AAA event, from what I understand. So we'll see what happens there with Dirty Dom for the AAA championship. So we're going to find out what happens there as well. AEW Smoking Jim, Swerve Strickland fighting Brody King. Swerve has turned into a heel, something big time, and I like what he's doing. He's had enough of this other stuff, nonsense that's been going on. He's trying to resurrect himself, trying to get back into the fold. And you got Hangman Adam Page versus MJF at the Revolution pay-per-view. You got FTR versus the Young Bucks for the title. That match I would pay for just to watch that match alone. And also MJF versus Adam Page. That's going to be a very interesting match. But you got Brody King taking on Swerve Strickland. Brody King's been trying to get into this championship realm. He fought MJF and lost. But I believe he's trying to do something with himself after him and Bandino teamed up against, and won the titles. So now I think he probably feels that he's entitled to another championship match. So what's your thoughts on that?
Well, I think Swerve got a long road ahead of him, man. One, he changed his theme music. I can't believe he did that. But there's just so many good wrestlers ahead of him in the pecking order. So when you lose your championship, sometimes, man, you may never get it back. So yeah.
All right. Breaking news here, Smoking Jim. Bye-bye Kenneth Gainwell. He is with the hold on a second here. Let me take a look at something here. He is now with the Jordan Schultz of the NFL Network has confirmed that Kenneth Gainwell has signed a 2-year, $14 million contract with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Your thoughts real quick. Go ahead.
Well, Steelers replaced him already with Rico. I was kind of surprised that they let Gainwell get away. He was team MVP last year, even though I wouldn't have voted for him for MVP. But Aaron Rodgers liked him. He was a guy that he could check the ball down to and make plays in the passing game and the running game. But I did not foresee the Steelers getting the opportunity to get an excellent running back in Rico. So they upgraded that position. Congratulations to Gainwell. He's making some good money there with Tampa Bay, with Baker Mayfield. That's a good situation for a running back, good weather conditions. Anything can happen in that division. Like you said, Carolina had a losing record. They went to the playoffs. So, congratulations, Kenny Gainwell. Something that was predicted by Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers predicted that Gainwell would get paid at the end of the year.
Oh yeah, absolutely. All right, we called that one. We knew about what was going on, but I just got word from Jordan Schultz, NFL insider. Kenneth Gainwell has been signed to a 2-year contract worth $14 million. So there you go. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Baker Mayfield's got something to work with. So there you go. We'll see what happens from there. That's all we can do. All right. Let me get this AEW thing for Revolution, which will be coming up, I believe, at the end of the month here. So I want to indulge into that a little bit here. And there are some matches already scheduled, and we're going to get into that. So here we are. All right, let's get into it. Right now, it's going to be in Los Angeles, California, March 15th. Actually, that comes up this week. I'm sorry about that. I thought it was later on. It'll be in Los Angeles, 4 o'clock Pacific time. So which means it'll be 7 o'clock Eastern time. All right. It'll be live on HBO Max and or on pay-per-view. All right, Revolution. Let's get started, Smkin' Jim. World Championship match, Texas Death Match, MJF versus Hangman Adam Page. Your thoughts on that match? I'm taking MJF, but you know what? Adam Page is a tough one. Go ahead.
I don't think he can. I don't think MJF can win in that type of match. It totally benefits his opponent.
Oh yeah, Adam Page. Yes, it does. Yeah, that one definitely benefits him. Okay. AEW Women's World Championship, 2 out of 3 falls. Thekla versus Chris Statlander. Go ahead, Smkin' Jim.
I'm not sure on that one, Ralph. Who you got?
I'm taking Chris Statlander. I never bet against her. She's a good wrestler. I never bet against her. I mean, when she wants a championship, she usually gets it. So we'll see how that works. All right, next, here we are. I think this is the match of the night right here. FTR versus the Young Bucks for the AEW World Tag Team Championship. Your thoughts? Go ahead, and we'll cover it when we can another time here about what happened at Revolution. Go ahead.
You start off on that, bro.
Well, I think the Young Bucks are trying to make a comeback, but FTR's hot right now, and I think they're going to keep the titles. And I think the Young Bucks, I don't know how many more times they need to come back. I hear stories Kenny Omega's trying to step away, or may have to because of health reasons. I think it's time for the Young Bucks to move on or do something else or whatever. They're constantly coming back, getting titles, losing them, and going away and coming back. So we'll see. They're good part-time wrestlers, but I'm taking I'm taking FTR in this one. Go ahead.
Ooh, I was kind of straddling the fence there, but you got me convinced. I'm going with you, brother.
All right, AEW Continental Championship match, no time limit. Jon Moxley versus Kazuka Tashita, who I believe is with the Don Callis family. Your thoughts on this match? I'm taking Moxley. I never bet against Moxley. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know how he does it, man. This guy can just withstand a beating, pain, walks through anything, man, and he finds a way, man. His tolerance for pain is so high, so I'm going with the Mox.
All right, Don Callis family. Members of the Don Callis family in a 6-man match, AEW World's Trios Championship. They hold the title belts. and they're going up against the Mystico and Jet Speed for the Trios Championship. Your thoughts on that one? I'm taking the Don Callis family here. Go ahead.
Well, you know, I don't go against the family, brother.
Yeah, this Misfits and this ISO Speed or whatever the heck his name is here. I don't know. Whatever. All right, next, Bandito versus El Andrade El Diablo. I like Andrade. I always have. I'm going to take him in this match. Go ahead. Your thoughts. Bandito versus Andrade.
I tell you what, he's been wrestling very, very well of late. I think it's like he's hitting his prime and hitting his stride all at the same time. So I concur.
All right, next match. Swerve Strickland versus Brody King, AEW Revolution. I'm taking Swerve. He's hot right now. He's a heel, and I think he's going to win this match somehow, some way. Brody King, I don't know if he's championship material or not. What are your thoughts on this? Go ahead.
Swerve's going to get beat, man. He's been making poor decisions after poor decisions, starting with screwing up his music. So I think Swerve is going to get beat.
You think he's going to get beat? Wow.
I think he's going to get beat.
Well, we'll see. All right. Tony Storm, Timeless Tony Storm. Everyone banned from ringside, which means Tony Storm's people, Marina Shafir's people, all banned from ringside. Tony Storm versus Marina Shafir. Your thoughts on this one? Go ahead.
Somehow Tony Storm always seems to come out on top. So, man, somehow, some way. So, Tony Storm.
I'm taking that as well. And here we are, 21-man blackjack battle royal. All right. So I'm going to see who's all in this battle royal here. But it's the blackjack 21-man battle royal. Your thoughts on who you think might take it? I'm not sure exactly who's in it. I'm going to have to find out here who's in this blackjack battle royal here at Revolution. Maybe we could pick somebody to win this. Who might be in it here. Let's see here. Let me see what we got here. Battle Royal. Let me look at this here. Blackjack Battle Royal. All right. Let's see if we can find out who's all in it this year. All right. Let's see. You get a shot at the AEW title if you win this match. But I want to see who's all in it so I know who to pick in this match. So let's see what happens here. Let me see here. 2026. All right. Let's look at this real quick. Okay. Let's see who's all in it. All right. That way we can pick somebody. Ricochet's won this in the past. So I'm not sure if Ricochet's even around. I haven't seen him for a little while. In fact, I really haven't done much, watching of AEW lately. I've been busy with other things, but yeah, let's see what we got here. All right, let's look at this real quick. Ricochet here we go. Here it is, Smoking Jim. Ricochet will defend his national championship in a blackjack battle royal match next week's Revolution, or this week's Revolution. Your thoughts on this match? You think he has a chance? He has to fight 20 other guys, 21 men total. Your thoughts? Go ahead.
I think in something like that, you got to be more lucky than good. So let's see what the luck of the Irish. Let's see where the luck of the Irish is in St. Patrick's Day weekend, bro.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna find out who's all in it here. Let's see. I don't see the list. I guess he's gonna have to find out, I suppose. But we'll find out what's going on with that. But anyway, Ricochet will have to defend his title against 21 other men. And like you said, sometimes better be lucky than good. He's going to have to get lucky here in order to win this match. I just don't see him winning it. So we'll see. We'll see what's going on there as well. All right. Checking in is Madam McCrae. Hello to you as well. Thank you. We're getting ready to wrap things up anyway. Smoking Jim, any final thoughts before we wrap it up?
Man, excellent show again, Ralph. I'm gonna miss wrestling for the next 2 months, but it's necessary for us to get ready for the NFL draft, and that's what the fans want. That's what the people want, and so that's what we're gonna give them.
Yes, exactly. The NFL draft is one of the biggest spectacles other than the Super Bowl. I mean, a lot of people watch it, a lot of people attend it. Pittsburgh's going to be getting about half a million people there, close to a 500,000 people, maybe something like that. It's going to be a big spectacle. Pittsburgh's going to make a lot of money, and and we'll see what happens from there. It's going to be great for the economy up there, and so we'll find out what's going on. But anyway. I want to thank everybody for tuning in today. But I have a few announcements which I forgot to do on the Sports Corner show because we were in the state of the moment here. But don't forget tomorrow night the Way I See It show, Del Marva edition. Live every Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. The Way I See It, Del Marva edition. Tomorrow, I got something real good for you guys. A top 10 worst places to live in Maryland, worst places to live in Delaware. 2 top 10s tomorrow night. We're going to go over that. That's going to be very interesting as well. And we'll go over that tomorrow. Special top 10 edition, both Delaware and Maryland tomorrow. Top 10 worst places to live. That's going to happen tomorrow. So that's on the Way I See It, Del Marva edition with me, Ralph Williams, every single Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m. And also, don't forget tonight, 7 o'clock p.m., Bethel Park TV, Smkin Jim Frazier, along with Al Levine, the Talking Machine, Mike Rohde, and whoever cleans the toilets at the Bethel Park Community Center will be on the show as well. It's called the Pittsburgh Sports Line. So that'll be on tonight, 7 o'clock. I don't know who else is going to have. I don't even know if Chip's going to be on. Always somebody on will be on there. But tune in tonight. You can tune in on Bethel Park TV's Facebook page or YouTube channel. And you can also respond on their Facebook page as well. So don't forget to do that tonight at 7 o'clock. Tomorrow night, 9 o'clock p.m., Steel City Sports World. I'll be on with Luther Dupree, Claudia Rosano, and Smkin Jim Frazier, Big Rome, and Fillmore, and a whole bunch of others will all be on tomorrow for the Steel City Sports World show. Lots to talk about tomorrow, including Steeler free agency, NFL stuff, and a whole lot more. That's all tomorrow night anyway. All right. Saturday, triple header, Ralph Williams Saturday. We start off with by the way, I forgot to mention tomorrow afternoon. Yeah, I don't want to leave this out. The Ralph Williams show on every Wednesday, 3 to 4 p.m. in WWDB 860 AM. Here we go. Right, the Ralph Williams show, 860 AM, WWDB, Philadelphia. The city of brotherly love is giving me a lot of love on the weekdays, and I enjoy every minute of it. Now, I want to let everyone know that I put Ralph's opinion that I had on KFC radio in Texas on hold for right now because I'm pursuing a different project. As soon as I get the contract, I will be putting the Ralph Williams show every Monday at 1 o'clock on 620 AM WKHB in Pittsburgh. Fridays at 5 o'clock, the Sports Corner radio show with me, Ralph Williams, Smkin Jim Frazier, Claudia Rosano, and Luther Dupree. So, yes, we will be on 2 times the Sports Corner radio show, Friday and Saturday. Saturday, don't forget, 2 to 3 p.m. on 1250 AM The Answer, 92.5 on the FM dial. Every Saturday, 2 to 3 p.m. But it'll be on Friday at 5 o'clock p.m. during the weekday drive time. We're going to be the Sports Corner radio show with me, Ralph Williams, Smkin Jim Frazier, Claudia Rosano, Luther Dupree. Our special guest this Saturday, Ray Fittipaldo from the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, to talk about the Steeler free agency signings and any movement about what they're going to do with the draft. And also, we're going to be talking about free agent tight ends and tight ends available in the draft. That's coming up this week on the Sports Corner radio show with me, Ralph Williams, Smkin Jim Frazier, Claudia Rosano, and Luther Dupree. But before that, on Saturday, we have the Ralph Williams show, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. on 1250 a.m. The Answer, and Sunday, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. on 1250. Here it is. All right, don't forget to tune into that as well, 10 a.m. every Saturday morning the Saturday Sports Show. There it is. That'll be on my YouTube channel, also Facebook, Twitter, X. That's with me, Ralph Williams, Pensman Sports, Brian Pettit, and also with Leo Haggerty. So that'll join us on Saturday. We're going to be talking about the draft. We got some other stuff to talk about as well. So tune in Saturday with us as well. Smkin, Jim, any final thoughts before we wrap it up?
No, great job. Great day. Great shows, Ralph. The booking machine comes through again.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you. And until next Tuesday, remember, no Wrestletalk till after the NFL draft. We'll be back. That's the start of May. I believe it'll be starting towards the beginning of May. All right. And we'll be back after the NFL draft. All Sports Corner shows from now till after the draft will be 2 hours long. We'll be on from 4 to 6 talking draft. I'm going to have experts coming on from all the different teams across the NFL. We've already covered Cleveland, Steelers, Commanders, Baltimore Ravens. We've already covered Atlanta, and we've also covered the LA Chargers, the Las Vegas Raiders, Cleveland Browns. We've covered just about everybody that we can cover so far. Also, I'm trying to get teams on that have new coaches. We spoke with with David Alexander from Amped Up Sports. He was here talking with us about the new how the Las Vegas Raiders are going to draft. We know they're going to take Mendoza. About new coach Clint Kubiak, what's going on down there with Las Vegas and the LA Chargers as well. So that was a great conversation today, but it's going to be more and more of this coming up as we're going to be in depth about the draft coming up as well. So stay tuned for that. Also, we have baseball season getting started. We'll be talking a little bit about that as well. And the UFL, we're going to be doing a new show, myself, Brian Pettit, and Pensman Sports, called the UFL Weekly, and that's coming up real soon. So I just want to let everyone know that as well. All right, for Smkin, Jim Frazier, I'm Ralph Williams. Have yourself a great one. Please, by all means, be safe. Thank you. And until next time, be safe. Thanks.